Good morning. Happy coffee talk. It's Wednesday. It's sunny out. It's cold. But guess what? Tomorrow I'm headed to Arizona. I'm going to something called Coaching Con. It's a coaching conference in Scottsdale. And so sunshine and warmth is in my future. Coffee this morning, still rocking this mug that was given to me from Coach Lisa. It's great, and it stays at the front of my cabinet, and so I tend to reuse ones that are new. And I'm drinking Black Rifle coffee, so nothing new there. P.S. Black Rifle's not a sponsor or anything. In fact, like they're super giant now. I think they used to be a lot smaller. But now I saw them. I saw Black Rifle coffee in Ace Hardware the other day, I think. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I saw it at Ace Hardware. So they're giant now. But I just like their coffee and I'm going to tell you the truth about it. So it's a good one if you want to order some. Coffee Talk message. You know, I've been thinking a lot about, yesterday we were talking about pre-decision and sort of like making a decision in advance that saves you from making 100 other decisions and how helpful this is in planning. What's so hard for me as a coach and when I'm doing consults with people who are getting started with FitMe is that we often carry so much baggage and shame around our food stuff and even our like exercise stuff. We feel shame around it. And because of that, all of our systems are things that we could do to change it just don't seem as straightforward because we've got all the feels around food. So here's what I mean. Like yesterday, I gave you a pretty straightforward strategy, right? Strategy being, like make a decision, don't buy the thing at the grocery store. So make that one decision. And then you don't have to make 100 other decisions after that. Like every time you walk past those like ridiculous coffee strudel muffins, in your house, you don't have to do that because you didn't buy them in the first place. You already made the one decision. But why is that hard? And I think about this all the time because sometimes we get frustrated with ourselves. We're like, why don't I follow through? Why can't I do the thing that seems logical? What is it about me that chooses to self-sabotage? And we get in this place where we're like really frustrated with ourselves and also not really seeing a way out. Because at the end of the day, that's kind of what I keep hearing over and over again is I've been trying stuff for years to try to feel like myself again, and none of it's working. And I don't really see a way out. So in my mind, we can fight a mental battle with ourselves and just create mental triumph, right? That does happen. Sometimes we just decide, okay, I'm just deciding things are going to be different. And an internal decision is actually important. But I think that this is less common than we think. So that like big decide moment of I'm going to make everything different. And then all of a sudden it is. That just doesn't happen that much. So am I discouraging you from deciding? No, not discouraging you. However, here's the thing. Most of what we do in any given day is more based off of our routines, our habits, and our environment. And so sometimes instead of trying to win the like mental battle of having this like mental triumph, I have decided to eat differently. That's again, totally fine. However, less common. Instead, removing some of our feels around it, even the good emotional ones. So like that emotional moment of triumph of deciding to do something, it's real, but it's also fleeting. The motivation feeling, the resolve feeling, those are temporary, even under the best circumstances. So instead, when we make a decision, it's really important for us to act on it in a way that sets us up for the future when we don't have that mental resolve. And so this is again a building off of yesterday's coffee talk episode. So if you didn't catch yesterday, maybe listen to that one first and then come to this one. But here's the thing is like, if you happen upon a moment where you are resolved to do something, the least effective thing would be to just do something in that moment. I feel motivated. I'm going to go run. Not bad. But then if it wears off, there's no more payoff, right? The best thing to do when you have those feelings is to set your future up for success. How are you going to change your environment so that you are successful? So capturing those moments of motivation and or resolve or clarity, and then taking them and choosing to change something about your habit, your organization, your system, your whatever it is, however, your routine. If you make a fundamental shift, so this is one of my favorite things about coaching conversations, is like I'm giving you that opportunity right now in a moment of clarity when I'm talking to you as your coach to make a fundamental shift in some piece of what you're doing to set you up for success for the future. It's not like hang up the phone, go run and eat some salad. That's not it at all. It's usually set yourself up. How are we going to set yourself up for success for this week? I know you said you want to work out 3 times. So what is it that we need to do right now? And again, in this moment of clarity, how are we setting you up for that 3 workouts this week? So when you feel like it, what you should do is use that mental fortitude to dig into your calendar and look at it and be like, oh, I said I wanted to work out 3 times this week, but there's actually nowhere in my calendar for that. Let me go ahead and reschedule and cancel these things right now in this moment of resolve so that I can have these 3 workouts this week. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, use your mental resolve, your fortitude, your moments of clarity to set yourself up for success for the future. And if you don't have a moment of motivation or clarity or whatever, 1, that's why coaching can be so effective. But 2, you can still address the environment, the routines, and the settings because your reason can do that. We can extract the feels from it and simply like apply our rational brain to the problem and say, okay, I'm not feeling very motivated. However, I'm going to go ahead and put my shoes on. Rational brain says, I'll walk more if I have my shoes on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that's where these like little wins start to come in where it's like, can't see that far ahead, not feeling very motivated. So I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a little win right now, a little jumpstart motivation. And then that can build into a feeling of, okay, now I'm going to get myself organized for this week. I feel like when we think about it this way, we can remove at least some of the feels, some of the frustration with ourselves, some of the like shame around not being able to eat a certain way or exercise more or have a certain body type that we think would be reflective of someone who is good. I just remove all of that. It's just not true. If your body doesn't feel good, it's not because there's something morally wrong with you. It could be because you haven't taken care of yourself for a long time. That could be true. That doesn't make you a bad person. In fact, most of the people I know who do that, they're probably like the best people I know because they just spend all their time taking care of other people or working their butts off. So if you don't feel good in your skin, chances are you just forgot how to take care of yourself, or you never learned in the first place. You didn't learn how to take care of your physical body. You didn't learn how to feed it correctly or challenge it or exercise. Or maybe if you did learn it, it was a long time ago. You didn't know, you forgot. And you forgot to keep it as a part of your life. So if we're going to go back to a place where we take care of ourselves better, then we have to change the fundamental things about our routines, our habits, our systems, so that we can actually do that. We have to change our environment a little bit. And so when you get those moments of motivation, change your environment. Change what is to come for the week. Make big moves. And then when you don't have those feelings of motivation, when you don't feel like it, make little moves. Put your shoes on. Just go for a 5-minute walk when you don't have that feeling of resolve. Go ahead and just do little moves, right? So this is my coffee talk message for you, because I want you to feel like, you know what? I can actually do something about this. I don't have to be stuck. I don't have to be frustrated. I can do something. I can do a little move. I can do a big move. I can put my shoes on, or I can set my calendar up for the week to be organized and follow through on my workouts. Both of those are good. So hopefully this coffee talk message was helpful. I wish I had like a little bow to put on the end, but I don't. This is just real talk. And I'm just giving you something, and I hope something sticks out to you as like, yep, that makes sense. It's not about me being a bad person. It's about me neglecting myself. It's also about me not paying attention, giving enough time and attention to taking care of myself. And if I want to change it, I don't have to be in the feels about it. I can just start making changes to my habits, routines, my systems, my environment. Start making those changes so I can create new behaviors that I want, that I feel good about. And I'm going to make big moves when I can. I'm going to make little moves when I can't. And both of those are good. So thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. I really appreciate spending this couple minutes with you each morning. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. If you have an extra minute, give me a rating or review. It helps people find Coffee Talk. And if you like this episode, do me a favor, screen capture it and share it. Tag me on Instagram. That way I know that you listened and that it was helpful for you. If you are not a part of our Facebook group, I want you to go to Facebook and search Fit Me Free Community. This is a good place to be on Facebook. And in our Facebook group, we do challenges. We have a plate challenge going on right now. We did a really fun spring clean out challenge a couple weeks ago. We have daily accountability posts in there. This is a positive, encouraging, no mean girl zone where you can start to make some of these changes and you can get encouragement and community and support. So that's what you're looking for. Come check us out. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.